Bitcoin is trading at just about $69,000. It's November 4th, so I wanted to give you a quick short-term update here on the charts that could help you for the week ahead and potentially with some short-term trades. So we just had the weekly candle close and it does not look great for the bulls. When you see a candle like this with a huge upper wick that pulled all the way back down, that shows there's hesitancy by the bulls. There's no follow-through strength. They took out this liquidity for the most part, but we still have not hit the all-time high. Now, as you probably know, huge week ahead in terms of potential volatility. We have the US election tomorrow on November 5th. Then on November 7th, we have the rate decision by the Federal Reserve, and it is predicted that there's going to be another rate cut. And then there's all sorts of other news. So basically this week could be absolutely nuts in terms of volatility, where this market can go. So you have to be very careful with any leverage trade positions. Make sure that your risk is managed, whatever you do. Now, if we're looking at this specific type of candle, you can see here, going back on the weekly chart, I believe it looks the most similar to something like this, where I put this arrow, this one over here, this mini red one. So it wasn't quite the top just yet, but if you look what happened there last time, it made a candle like this. First it dropped within the week, then it pulled back up, and then it made a slightly higher high, and then it made a top. So if we're looking here, we could see something similar like this, and I would not be surprised to see a big volatile week this week, where maybe we drop as low as like 63,000, maybe slightly below 63,000, and then even take out the all-time high, maybe all together in the same week. So maybe we see something crazy, like where we see based on the election results, it drops and then it rallies again. And then we have to see, we are still in danger here potentially, where if the all-time high gets taken out here and it does go to, I don't know what it's going to do, 76, 80, whatever it is, but it drops back below, that is going to be a warning sign also for a potential top and potentially much lower also. Again, everything is based on different potential scenarios, and based on how the chart reveals itself, it makes it more likely that one of those scenarios plays out. That's why it's all about, if something happens, then that is more likely to happen. So keep that in mind as a potential scenario, because we did see that in the previous cycle in November of 2021. You can see over here, and we had that same thing. We went above it and below it, and once it went below, that is a potential danger signal for a down. Now, in that case, again, this is all hypothetical scenarios. We don't know which one is going to play out. So if we get a setup like this, you could look for a short position with a stop at the highs, targeting lower, because a setup like this would give you the protection against the downside. Let's just say that indeed the cycle tops and it does drop back down to 30,000 or whatever over the coming year. Then at least you know you have your short positions, you've hedged your other spot positions, and you know you're in validation. Because if it keeps going up, then you know, okay, I'm only risking this much. If I'm wrong and it continues going up and it goes past that previous high, then obviously I'm wrong and maybe it keeps going higher. But in case not, this is a setup that I will be keeping an eye on, and obviously I'll update, so make sure to subscribe to my channel for basically daily updates here on these charts. For now, in the specific week ahead, I would expect a lot of volatility in a range all the way between 60 and 74,000, and maybe that entire range gets hit. There's so much news that could trigger movements. There's so much still leverage betting on directions that could get flushed out either way. So if you do trade with leverage, be very careful this week. And if you're looking for a place to trade with leverage, if you don't yet have a preferred platform, check out BLOFIN Exchange. It is my personal preferred exchange. I do trade there personally. I think it's a great exchange. You can trade perpetual futures on Bitcoin, Ethereum, all sorts of other coins that have a great interface. And if you sign up through the link in my description down below, you can get up to $5,000 in welcome bonus. We're currently running a special promotion where you can get 10% cash back on new deposits. So if you make an account, you deposit funds in there, you can get 10% on your funds back in cash, USDT, on your deposits up to $1,000 cash back. And there's also a special promotion going on right now where if you sign up through my link, you can get up to $9,400 in USDT back based on how much volume you trade. The more volume you trade, you can get up to $9,400 back on those trading volume. So come check it out. It's free. The link is in the description down below if you need a place to trade. Other than that, let's see what the week brings. Smash the like button, leave a comment down below if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next video.